WV Uncommonplace. This podcast is a variety podcast that houses numerous series to cover mental health, empowerment, podcast framework, and various intimate theories to get to know the hosts. Along with occasional movies reviews and dives in pop culture with our event podcast episodes. The Uncommonplace digs into bringing guests on that stories don't fit the mold and are very different. WV stands for the great state of West Virginia, and every quarter we cover something in West Virginia. Stacy and myself, J.R, are your hosts, so please come along for this venture to Uncommonplace.
Howdy everybody, welcome back to West Virginia Uncommonplace. We are in Orlando, Florida, Stacy and I, and this is the first time that she's not on assignment somewhere because her assignment was Podfest.
Exactly, I am here in Orlando with JR. I'm on vacation. Like, it's the beginning of the year, and I didn't wait until the end of the year to take my vacation.
Oh yeah, and it's great. Now, one thing I will say about this, because we know with West Virginia Uncommonplace, we just throw anything in. This episode is going to be a fusion of a little bit about Podfest and a little bit about our experiences, and a little bit about Royal Rumble, and a little bit about the NFL.
Okay.
And our favorite darling, Taylor Swift. To any podcaster out there that disses her, you're disrespecting me when you disrespect Taylor Swift.
Exactly.
Keep it a buck,
because
or keep it moving.
Because you support me so much. You support you. I tell you, I have not had as much support from anybody in my life that I get from you. I mean, you have your parents, and I'm not saying they were unsupportive, but that's a parental support. It's just you go out of your way to make sure people around you are happy. You try to help everybody achieve their greatness, whether that makes you money or doesn't make you money. Like, you could be out here, you do all of this stuff for free. Like, you have so many ideas and plans, and you help other people do all of this stuff, and you have no monetization in return, and that's okay with you. And I love that about you.
Hey,
just throwing that out there.
Yeah, I'm a resource. I'm the human Google or the USB that has a lot of information. I thank you for that. I really appreciate that. That will warm my heart up. I almost got me teary-eyed, but this furry thing kind of like touched my nose, and it said, "Don't do that, JR." So let's get into this Podfest. Me and you were veterans of Podfest. So when you get 2 years in on Podfest, when you get 2 years in on Podfest, you know how to handle it. So to any novice that comes to Podfest, I'm going to give you this disclaimer first. You go to everything the first year.
Yeah.
Go see everything and embrace everything, because that's a quick thing that you got to do there. Now, to veterans like us, we know what time to show up, so we show up when it's right for us. So I am not an early morning person, so we were never there at 8 o'clock. We showed up 10, 12, 1 o'clock sometimes. But not taking away from the show, but we had certain things that we wanted to benefit from. So when you're a new podcaster starting out, I'll say this: the hobbyist and the person that may already be monetizing, if you are, which that can be a myth, there. And I did throw that jab in there to whoever takes it that way, so please don't take it that way if you don't want to go there.
If you take it that way, then that's your problem, not ours.
You're right, because I will come through, because that's just what I do. But anyway, back to the Podfest. I'm not trying to get out there and start new guerrilla warfare.
Y'all can see how this episode is going to go today.
Yeah, so here's the deal. You go in as a novice, and when I say novice, that's the way you have to treat this, because this is an overwhelming experience. And since I don't get overwhelmed, I'm going to pass it along to Stacy, because she can explain to you how this event can be overwhelming.
Yeah, so I'm the type of person that I don't do well with crowds. I have anxiety, and I have issues, and I know I need help, but I'm not ready for that step yet. So I'm going to live the best life that I can and do what is beneficial to me. So there are so many people in there. It is crazy. And you're packed into little areas. So if you're more on the, oh my gosh, there's so many people, I don't think I can do it end, bring somebody with you that's going to encourage you to step out of your comfort zone. Don't be afraid to try to get out there and talk to people. Don't be afraid to walk up to somebody. What I did is I sat quite a bit outside of the halls, and people came up to me, you know, one at a time, and they would talk to me, and I was okay with that. And if you're that type of person that you handle talking to people one-on-one better than everybody just coming at you, that's a good idea too. Just sit outside and relax, breathe, do your thing, have fun, enjoy it, all of that stuff. Now, if you're the type of person that is, I don't know a stranger, this is an excellent event for you, especially if you want to collaborate with other podcasters.
Yes.
And that is what we enjoy the most. Like I said earlier, you love to help people. And we set up our equipment in a hallway on Friday.
Yes.
And we just let people go.
Yeah.
Like, you want to talk, you want to do a show, you want to do this, that, whatever. We just let them have fun.
Yeah.
And I think that I enjoyed this year a lot better than I did last year, because we knew it was going to be overwhelming and a lot of information. And we just came with the idea of, we're going to have fun and talk to people. We're going to meet people. Like, I'm not taking anything away from the speakers, because they are wonderful in their own way. And there are a lot of them that do have some information that is going to be useful to new podcasters. But to us, we know where we're at and where we want to be. So we wanted to gain information and collaboration with podcasters.
Yes, and it worked out very well for us in that method. And what I liked too about the collaboration portion of the whole deal was that, like, at some point I realized that I'm going to have to step out the realm of being the host and all that stuff, because I really enjoy the aspect of producing. Mm-hmm.
So that is the official announcement. Let's just jump into it. We had talked earlier. Anytime we're away or he is away on a job, we're going to post up the state first. We're going to post the state, because y'all know we don't want to get pop smoked out here. We're going to post the state, and if we're in your state, send them a message and be like, hey, I just want to come on, I want to talk, I want to vent, I want to get this out of the way. Or maybe you're in the area and you want to do a podcast show, but you don't have the equipment yet, so you want to try it out. Let us know. We'll bring our equipment, or JR will, because I have to stay home at work. And he'll bring his equipment when he's in town and let you do an episode. And if you need it produced or anything like that might be a little $10 here and there. But we want to get this started and on the road to help people express themselves.
Yes, that's the announcement there. And like, just with Podfest, it was a very great atmosphere. I liked everything that went on, and they have things that you can mingle, meet and greet. Only downfall that I had was that trivia was gone. They need Chris Comesco. You all need to bring back the trivia, because the trivia was so much fun. Everything else was fun. Right.
And well, they did the 90s party and then the open mic stuff. They did more stuff this year as far as group activities, but I really did enjoy the trivia.
Yeah, from the previous year.
Because we could congregate at the tables and talk to the people that were there, but we also, for us introverts that are already overwhelmed with the conversations, to enjoy those type of things but still be part of it.
Yes. So I'm going to pitch this out there to them later on. I wanted to next year to be involved and have our own interactive table outside of the expo that people can actually come record their show, because that's the only thing I think that's missing, because people were recording in different places.
I get that, but also it's a matter of sanitization. I mean, you also have to be careful in that stuff. You have to make sure you have the proper cleaning supplies and this and that, and then it just gets expensive. So if you are coming to Podfest and you are able to, bring your own recording equipment, or at least your own microphone and headphones. That way you can hook into somebody else's equipment. But I think that dealing with the whole memory and making sure it gets to the right person, I think that's going to be a little overwhelming for Podfest.
Yeah.
I think as an outside person, if you want to maybe communicate with them to offer help, or something, if they can help you provide a room to do something like that, that would be a good idea.
Yeah.
But as far as them setting up for podcasters to just do that, I think it'll be a little much.
I can see that. And so anyway, we did the whole Podfest thing. So let's get around. Let's get around to this next bit, man.
Yes.
Let's talk about the WWE Royal Rumble.
Oh my gosh.
Royal Rumble, man.
So I said the surprise entrant was going to win, and by far, my surprise entrant won in my heart. Who did you call for the winning?
For the men's or women's?
Men's. Let's do men's.
The men's, I had Gunther winning.
No.
Or did I have? Oh, I had CM Punk.
Yes.
I had CM Punk winning, and CM Punk they did a swerve there. Well, CM Punk losing, and this is just for anybody that's related to AEW. CM Punk was against the Elite.
Okay.
Cody Rhodes was part of the Elite. No matter where he goes, he's part of the Young Bucks crew. So basically, the WWE and CM Punk got together to throw a real smooth F you, but F you back at themselves.
It's how you perceive it.
Yeah.
We are not going to confirm or deny that was the storyline, but that's what it made it seem like.
But he did the Bullet Club stuff at the very end.
Okay.
Cody Rhodes did.
Okay.
So he signaled to his guys that the Elite had won the Royal Rumble.
Right.
And the way that they had CM Punk looking down at the bottom, looking sad, it worked out.
The reason why I say it's speculation and what we believe is because as of right now, you do not have any ties to them, but we would love to be part, or he would love to be part of creating some storylines. So if anybody out there listening has any connections with the WWE network, please send JR an email, which is wvuncommonplace@gmail.com. Or you can also find him on Instagram at wvuncommonplace.
That is so correct. Now, into the women's.
Yes. So Pat McAfee. Let's talk about Pat McAfee real fast.
Okay.
He comes out and I'm like, ooh, Pat McAfee is going to be in the men's match. He's going to win. And I said, there's your first surprise entrant. Did I not?
Yes. Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Now, of course, Pat didn't even go in. Like, he went in and went over and he came out. But we expected that. But in my heart, that was funny. That was the best part of it as far as comedic relief. I love that.
And I'll say this about the men's rumble, since we're already talking about it. Having Andrade come back.
Yes. You called that too. You said Andrade's going to come back.
Right. Him, and then seeing him in the ring with Santo Escobar.
Yeah.
That gave me reason to believe that I can watch SmackDown now.
Okay.
Whatever network it's going to be on soon.
I mean, it depends on which one it goes to. Because, I mean, sorry, but I'm not watching Raw.
Yeah, Raw on Netflix.
I'm not paying for Netflix just to watch wrestling.
Yeah, that's going to be crazy. So we're going to, me and my Discord community or my people that follow me over on Reddit, we'll be talking about that on Reddit.
Okay.
Preferably Thursday. Well, my schedule's kind of busy this week, so I'll just fit some time and I'll just put a post up. We're not going to do a big thing, but catch me over on Reddit under WV Uncommonplace also there. So with that whole Netflix deal, wrestling has been, since we covered the Royal Rumble, we'll go back into it, but wrestling has been put into a kind of a loop because Vince McMahon has been completely wiped out of wrestling.
I saw that, and I don't know how much fact it has to it. This is all just hearsay. I did see a post on Facebook that said this was the first year in over 50 years that a McMahon had nothing to do with a pay-per-view event.
Right. Well, we don't cover current events, but whatever happened with this new lawsuit, the lady's actual names in it and everything came out. So he stepped down from his position on Friday. Okay. So he no longer has any ties to anything. Okay. And the rest of them...
And like I said, this is just stuff we are learning online, and you can find that too. So these are not direct quotes of anything.
So I want to say this to wrestling fans. If you're over there at AEW and you're still watching that, you might want to come back to our product.
It's getting a little better.
It's getting a little bit better, and
it
Triple
will
H is
continue to rise the ladder.
And Triple H is doing his thing. So men's Royal Rumble, how would you take that one?
I mean, it was predictable.
Yeah, it was too.
I mean, once your final entrant came in, I'm just like, okay, we're gonna have a Gunther, CM Punk, and Cody Rhodes, hands down. And then once it was CM Punk and Cody Rhodes left, I said, I'm sorry, but Cody Rhodes is going to win. They're not going to let Punk win. And you had said something about, well, he's not going to win it 2 years in a row. And I'm like, yes, he is.
So Cody Rhodes is set, and he looked right at Roman Reigns. He was like, I'm coming for you, player.
Right. And I'm a little disappointed because they had so much opportunity here. Like, they could have let Gunther win the Money in the Bank. Or not the Money in the Bank, I'm sorry, different pay-per-view. They could have let him win the Royal Rumble and go up against, what's his name?
Rollins.
Either Seth Rollins or, shoot, you just said it, Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns. And because I could see I could see him beating Roman Reigns. It's just, there's a lot of people that they have on there right now that I can't picture letting them beat Roman Reigns clean.
Right. And see, that's my thing too. Only 2 people. Cody Rhodes can do it and Jey Uso. That's it. And Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn could get it.
No.
Sami Zayn last year went the distance.
Nope. No. And he lost. Like, they have built up Roman Reigns so strong and fearful that you can't let some random Tom, Dick, and Harry come in here and take the title from him.
Right. And I guess we can do this too. Last year, Cody Rhodes beat Brock Lesnar twice.
Right.
So that kind of gives him the build-up that he's...
It does. But I still can't picture Cody Rhodes beating Roman Reigns unless they throw some type of swerve in there.
True. Now, on to Women's Rumble.
Yes.
I have to do this because that was my favorite Rumble.
It was.
Now, I want to say this. Shout out to TNA. Shout out to Scott D'Amore for allowing their Knockouts champion, who had just beat the returning Naomi for the title. Jordan Grace got in that ring, and she was a little stout little monster in there. And she went against the top builds, minus Charlotte Flair, which she's not a top build to me. She got to go against the best that the WWE had.
Right.
And she was eliminated by Bianca Belair. So the way she was eliminated, it was all tasteful that it didn't hurt her championship.
Right. And you called that one also, like we were talking last week or a week before sometime, and you said Naomi's coming back. I'm just like, I don't know. I said, I feel like if she's coming back, then they might bring someone else back. But they didn't end up bringing her back. So...
Right. And on that,
but they did bring Naomi.
Right. And on that note, on that person we were talking about, her discussions between both of the big companies, no offense to Miss Banks, but she's my favorite, one of my favorite wrestlers, but there's no stock value in how she does companies. Okay. So on that note, just making it real short about her, she will pop back up in the WWE. We both know that somewhere, maybe SummerSlam, but she missed her opportunity, and they're not going to bring in new talent like that or old talent at WrestleMania because they don't need it. Well, they got 3 days worth of programming now, don't they? Or 2 days.
WrestleMania, I think it's 2.
Yeah, Saturday and Sunday, which is crazy. But overall,
I wish they would just go back to 1 day. It's freaking ridiculous.
Overall, wrestling was exciting this week. We got the announcement out of WWE 2K24, which is very exciting. Hopefully it sticks to the same model as the last one. Cody Rhodes is the main character on one side. Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley are on a cover of the deluxe edition.
Nice.
And then we're celebrating 40 years of WrestleMania. Ooh, yeah. So that's enough about wrestling. Other thing I want to tie into is we've had a great experience here at our hotel to a degree. Took a picture down off the wall so we could use our amazing Nebula Capsule 3.
Yes, that is, I think, the best part of our trip is this projector and finding out what it can do.
Yeah.
Like, you had it sitting here at an angle, and it had that autofocus feature, and when I looked up, it took up that whole wall. And it's crystal clear and sharp. And I'm like, where do you have that projector at? Like, did you move the couch? And you're like, no, it's on the arm of the couch. I'm like, it's sideways. You're like, yeah. And I'm just like, oh my gosh.
So definitely shout out to them. And if you don't have one, check out our affiliate link in the notes.
Yes.
Now, going further with that, we had 2 watching experiences. Now, you have to listen to Spares Under Review for Migration. And then we watched another movie called Wish.
Yes.
We won't discuss movie reviews on here, but I will say this. We watched Wish in 4K during the day. And they were like, we're in ambient light right now. And it was clear.
Right.
And I was like, I'm sold. I like that right there. Took me right there. So and then...
Now, they do have a better projector for, like, if you want to use it outside during the day.
Yes.
During the day. But still, please hit that affiliate link down at the bottom because that's how we get paid. Even if you don't purchase something, it still gives us a little bit of credit and saying, hey, somebody picked his link. So even if you're listening, just click it and then leave the site. That's okay. But if you want to purchase something, please make sure you're using that affiliate link.
Right.
Because you're already spending money, so help us out by earning a little bit of commission.
And the cool thing about that thing is that you can use it anywhere. Now the other one,
it's portable, very portable.
Now I will say this: the Mars 3, the outdoor one, people are using it in the snow, so definitely jump on that. Now let's get to the real nitty gritty, and it's called the NFL. This weekend we had to set aside a day, and I know we're doing all this real quick, but we had to set aside yesterday for football. Oh, I hit the thing, my bad. We said, and we didn't do nothing yesterday but eat pizza and watch football.
We did. We got in the hot tub.
Yeah, we're about to get in the hot tub after this, and I want to say this. We don't talk about sports on any of our shows, but this is the thing. AFC, NFC were some interesting games. AFC-wise, we had the Baltimore Ravens, the overrated Baltimore Ravens, and we had the overrated Kansas City Chiefs.
Now, see, going into this, I thought that Baltimore was going to win because, they really should have.
Yes.
Baltimore was going to win. I wanted Kansas City to win. But we know how things are, and y'all conspiracy theorists out there, you're determined that it was going to be the 49ers and the Ravens because of the caller, or you thought it was going to be the Chiefs and the Lions because of, what somebody else heard. But the way that the Ravens played in Lamar Jackson's freaking hissy fit, I tell you what, somebody needs to get that man a freaking pacifier.
And I can agree wholeheartedly with that. I always say that. That's my phrase. Because, Lamar, buddy, they paid you all this money, and now I've realized why teams did not want to grab you last year.
Right.
You are this generation's Michael Vick with a better arm, and I will say that, King Germ, come see me, whoever needs to see me about that. But
I know. Just the way that he reacted, I get it. You lost, and you're not going to the Super Bowl because your man couldn't hold on to the damn ball. But...
He threw an interception. He just straight threw an interception.
Yeah, but there was a couple times when the dude dropped the ball and he got when they fumbled it. He threw a glorified hissy fit. I mean, suck it the fuck up.
Yeah, no doubt in that. So Lamar on that one, it was great. You made it to the AFC game, but you're just only one step better than Josh Allen.
Right, because who loses to the freaking Jets? Because of interceptions.
Right.
Yeah.
So on that note,
but the Ravens didn't play well yesterday. They should have won, yes, but they just made too many mistakes.
Right. So on that one, that was our hardest game to watch, but the must-see game for us.
Right.
NFC side, that was a wild one. Detroit Lions, in their first time ever making an NFC championship in however long, or ever making it period, whatever, against the 49ers.
So going into that one, I predicted that the 49ers would win, but I was hoping for the Lions to win because I think that they have never made it to the Super Bowl.
Right, never.
And I'm just like, I want them to win. And they were a pretty good team, and they were doing good. We turned off the game at halftime because we needed to get a movie in so that we could do the episode for Sparrows Under Review. We reviewed Migration, so make sure you head over there and check that out. Especially if you have kids, go listen to our episode, Sparrows Under Review at gmail.com if you have any questions about that as well.
So, yeah, it was just like, NFC game was powerful, and I kind of like the idea of Brock Purdy being the last pick in the draft, and now he is a phenomenon with his team, and you can't deny his star power now.
Right.
I'm tired of people shunning him just because he's a little undersized, but the thing is, everybody else's team is sitting at home just like my New York Jets are sitting at home. We just sat at home first because we knew that we weren't playoff material.
Right.
Dallas Cowboy fans, Miami Dolphin fans, Denver Bronco fans, Minnesota Viking fans, and Chicago Bear fans, and some other teams. We were all sitting at home. So we already know the deal. We had our Super Bowl. We beat the Patriots. So overall, I think that the Super Bowl, it's going to be a repeat of the Super Bowl 2 years ago. Because San Francisco played the 49ers before in the Super Bowl.
San Francisco is the 49ers.
Yeah, San Francisco plays the Kansas again in the Super Bowl. It wasn't last year, but the year before. Wasn't it?
It wasn't the year before the Buccaneers. and someone else.
No, 1 year was them and the Eagles. Last year was them and the Eagles.
Kansas City and the Eagles was last year.
And then the year before that, it was Kansas City versus San Francisco, right?
I have no idea.
I thought it was, but I may be wrong.
Somebody... I mean, like I admitted on Sparrows Under Review, my memory is awful, so you can't ask me those questions. Right. It's called Google, and it's free. Don't be afraid to use it. Just because you're fucking lazy doesn't mean you need to sit there and ask a million questions.
Right.
Yeah, that's some fucking shade, and I hope you're listening to this episode. Grow the fuck up and use Google.
Shots fired. Now, I will say this. Oh, damn, she got heated in
I'm telling you, that fucking bitch pissed me off. Like, one, how the hell do you not know who fucking Dr. Drew is? Like, even if you have never watched TV in your life, you know who the fuck Dr. Drew is. And to get pissed off because somebody doesn't want to sit there for an hour and explain to you who Dr. Drew is.
Oh, shit.
Suck it the fuck up and use Google. You're just a fucking lazy bitch, so.
Oh, shit. That's gangster. I thought she was going in a different direction.
No, that lady pissed me off.
Oh, yeah. And you can check that out on IG Live if you need to know what she's referencing there. But
sorry, King Germ.
Yeah, sorry, King Germ, because you did let us have us on your live and whoop your star power. Drew Pinsky came over.
I know. I am so thankful for King Germ sending that video over because our TikTok messed up.
Yeah.
Like, the cell phone service down here is freaking awful. And we didn't have access to the Wi-Fi. And I had the best video on TikTok. And TikTok fucked me up.
Yeah, we still love you, TikTok, because you're bringing us people. And, not to make this a long episode, because we know I do heavy editing and stuff like that. Yeah. I want to say thank you, especially to people that were involved with us at Podfest. Mm-hmm. Thank you for coming down, Frankly Francisco. We have some podcast episodes that you can catch with him that will be on the sister show to the sister show of the brother show, which that means West Virginia Uncommonplace presents a collection, which will be titled in a new name starting in April. You can catch the episodes of Stacy, him, and I, which you can already catch this weekend. You caught us doing the wrestling show. You can catch our opinions on Podfest and all that over there on that platform. West Virginia Uncommonplace was originally going to house those shows, but I've already got an episode out today, and it's Monday. I have an episode coming out Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday of this week, and I just don't have the space for it. Mm-hmm. So it'll definitely be on West Virginia Uncommonplace Presents a Collection, and I'll be releasing them sporadically on Wednesday and Thursday for that.
Yes. So a new thing that we are going to get started, we are going to do segments within episodes. So this first segment is called What's Next for JR. JR is going to jump back into Podcasters Collide episodes.
Yeah, we are.
We don't have any set in stone plans. But if you are interested in being a guest on his show, please send an email to wvuncommonplace@gmail.com. And that's going to be the best place to reach him there. I would say Instagram message or Facebook message or LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a good one as well. So LinkedIn or email, please. And we'll send you a form back, have you fill it out, and we're going to get this rolling because that's the thing I felt you excelled in this weekend is getting to talk to all of these other podcasters because you want them to succeed. And we want to help you succeed by letting our guests hear about your show to maybe help our guest come over and get you some numbers. Yeah,
so we'll definitely push those audiences wherever we need to get them.
And as far as if you're not a podcaster and you want to be a guest, we extend you the same invitation, Send us an email, we'll send you a form back, and we'll see what we can get worked out.
Yes, no doubt there. So on that note, I'm JR.
And I'm Stacy.
And this is... Wow. This is not Sparrows Under Review. This is West Virginia Uncommonplace, and we're signing off.
Please follow WV Uncommonplace on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, TikTok, where we have some great content, Facebook, LinkedIn. Hit up the merch store at oncommonplace.square.site. Join the email list from the website, and rate, subscribe, and give feedback from your favorite podcatcher. And lastly, thanks for listening and tune into the next episode.